I met this girl when I was 3 years old. What I love most, she asked so much so. She said, "Excuse me, little homie. I know you don't know me, but my name is Wendy, and I like to blow trees in. From that point, I never blow her off. Niggas come from out of town, they like to show her off. She like to act tough. She like to tow them off and make them straighten out their head, cause she know they soft. And when I grew up, she showed me how to go downtown, and my nights had her face lit up. She said she missed the entertainers cause they always leave. She said it felt like they walked and drove on me. Knew I was gang affiliated, got on TV and told on me. I guess that's why last winter she got so cold on me. She said, "Yeah, keep making them platinum and gold for me." Oh shit, fuck the chill music. We need some hype music in this bitch. What's up, chat? Let's get some. Wait, they've got another Galaxy stream going on? What the fuck, Samsung? Bullshit. Nvidia's got their stream going on. Yeah, we can't watch that right now. Ooh, actually, let's play this. Although I already do enough crash shit, but you know. No, that's the wrong song. No. Where's the one I'm looking for? Yes, this one. Yes, there we go. Yes, we are out here. Oh, the core life begin. I was supposed to do a birthday stream on my birthday, but I forgot. I might do it. I might do it like a week later, like a postponed birthday stream. Oh, this track fucking slaps. Oh shit. Oh, turn it up. Oh. Oh. Ooh, that kind of mixed with the song. Oh, we out here. It's fucking time. This song just fucking slaps. Shit. What do you mean crash music is forgettable? Do you hear the slappage right now? Are you witnessing with your tympanic membranes the slappage right now in this banger? Anyway, why are we here? This is the reason why we're here. Are you considering upgrading to a 3000 series graphic card that's good enough? I'm on a 1080 Ti, so a 2-generational jump seems like a fair bet. But I wouldn't just get a graphics card. I'm thinking of getting a new PC next year, so especially with the Ryzen 4th gen on the horizon. So Ryzen on the horizon, get it? You know what I mean? Like Ryzen on the horizon. Anyway, what we're here to do is get ready for the Nvidia Ultimate Countdown event, and they've got a little article here to talk about what's gonna happen basically, so we can quickly like breeze through this shit and like discuss before it starts in 9 minutes, assuming Twitch isn't being a bitch.
I know you really like it. Yeah. I see it like I'm a psychic.
Oh, thanks for the donation.
My shit get lit, excited.
What?
I know, don't try to hide it.
Let's go. Oh, you got college next week. Oof, that's tough. I remember that shit. Alright, let's try and skim through this thing before the event starts. We've got 10 minutes left. This is the article. Tonight I'm gonna game like it's 1999. $19.99, fam. We got a theme park world. We got a theme hospital in this bitch. We got a tonic trouble. You know what I mean? You got a Spider-Man. Wait, no, Spider-Man came out 2000, didn't it? Okay, we haven't got a Spider-Man, but we got a tonic trouble, a theme park world, a theme hospital. What else came out around that time on PC? I don't know. There was some other games. We got our shit. Anyway, November 30th, 1999. Before a lot of you lot were born, you know what I mean? It's the dawn of a new millennium with Y2K fast approaching, which I can't believe people fell for that Y2K bullshit. The news is doom and gloom and makes us wonder, will my Pentium 3 PC explode into a fireball at the stroke of midnight? But what can we do really? We've already backed up everything to our trusty CD rewritables and iOmega zip disk. Man, I had OG floppy disk, 1.44 megabytes. My dad was stingy with the zip disks. He kept those for himself. The zip disk could do like 150 to 300 megabyte per disk. You know, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that late 90s, early 2000s shit. This shit could store like, I think it's a 250 meg one. My dad had this drive. You could do like 100 meg ones, it's like 150, 250, 300. He was stingy with those. He used to leave me with the floppy disk, the 1.44 MB. So I used to use those. I had translucent ones as well. Anyway, going off topic. I was just trying to take you guys back, you know, to the late 90s and shit. Cable broadband internet. We didn't get broadband until like early 2000s, so we were still on dial-up at this point in 99. Anyway, they're talking about games. They're trying to take us back. You see the CRT with the beige and the stickers. I never had stickers on my PC. I was a kid, and it was a home PC. Anyway, let's just kind of skim through this. New Direct 3D hardware, 64 megabytes of RAM. Totally boring, of course. The save icon in video games. Oh my god! I remember there was a viral tweet. I was like, "What?" Someone was like, "Why does the save icon look like a vending machine with a can of soda sticking out?" We're like, "Bitch, that's a floppy disk." Anyway, another big thing: graphics. I don't know how any studio will top what was seen in Unreal Tournament. Just a stunning achievement. Yada yada yada. I was only getting 20 FPS at 640 by 480. Man, on some N64 shit. Which is why I got a big advance on my allowance, so I could buy the Nvidia GeForce 256, the world's first GPU. You know, back then the graphics used to be processed by the CPU as well, so they had to separate so they could get more shit. You know what I mean? But we didn't have a gaming PC, so we probably had a PC just like that. Anyway, yeah. If only we could have settled a few times. So yeah, 1999 was a wild time, and gaming's only gotten better since. We'll be posting our favorite memories spent in the last 21 years on social media. Each day will be a brand new year in succession until we reach 2019 on August 31st, aka the birthday of the GOAT, which is Primulus. We welcome you to join us. Here's a zip kit you can use to create and share your memories. Okay, I don't know, I'm not going to use that. And if you do it via Ultimate Countdown, everyone will be able to see and share your favorite memories. On September 1st, we'll usher in a new era with a special event broadcast featuring Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang. Who's this dude? I don't even know these dudes' names. Alright. Oh yeah, actually I recognize this dude. Okay, fine, no picture. Get ready for the Ultimate Countdown. Actually, let me check this hashtag. Let's see what motherfuckers are searching. Okay, I don't see anyone else's tweets. It's just the main shit. Oh yeah, Cyberpunk were doing the eye emoji, so maybe they're gonna show off Cyberpunk in this event as well. So maybe be able to look forward to that. Imagine not knowing what a floppy disk is. Yeah, Bulletin, like, you know, we're getting to that generation where people don't be knowing what floppy disks are. Like, can we blame them? Like, some of them probably don't even know what disks are. Like, we're getting to that stage. Like, why? Who's using discs anymore unless they got a console? And with PS5 on the horizon, I might even get the digital edition. All those PS4 games I got physically, I might have to sell them off and get them digitally. You know, it's a hard knock life for your boy. Flash sticks. Oh, last year I bought a 512 gig flash stick just because it was 512 gig on a flash stick. I remember the days when it was like not even 512 meg, so To have that be 1,000 times bigger than when I was a kid, 2,000 times bigger, even 4,000 times bigger. Like, my mom had this, like, was it like a 128 or 256 meg flash drive, and I used to envy her because she barely used it, but I was like, it's so cool. It's like 256 meg, like, you could put Visual Boy Advanced ROMs and shit on it. Like, that's so hype, man. I want that shit. Alright. Clearly, this time it's behind. Boom, 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 ba-na-na-na-na-na. Twitch better not mess around, because last stream, Twitch was taking the piss, and I don't think they're streaming it on YouTube. So, well, actually, let me check their other accounts. Well, it's not on their Nvidia account. It's not on their, yeah. So, Twitch basically has to work, otherwise, you know, there's going to be a problem. Can you imagine a Sonic game with ray tracing? Well, if you want to go there, seeing as the 2021 game will, you know, likely run on previous gen as well, they might not implement ray tracing. It might not be until the dedicated next gen game, which doesn't run on previous gen. So you may be looking at 2025 before we see that. So yeah, 5 years. But you guys love waiting, so it shouldn't be a big deal, right? The better question is, can you imagine a Sonic game? Like, what are those? Like, literally. How can anyone not like this song? Come on. We stream Crash to Insanity with that fucking long acapella that was dragging on and on and on and on and on. Finally, some real music. Like, come on. This shit is hype. God. I beat the boss so fast I didn't even get to bump this properly, and then I go back and listen. I'm like, shit, this is the shit. Dude, Red Hot Sonic, what's up, man? Once this comes out, I'll finally upgrade my 1080 Ti to a 20. Nah, I want a 1080 Ti as well, but I feel like if this comes out, I need to do the plunge, because if you jump 2 generations, you're really gonna feel that shit. You're gonna feel the weight of the upgrade. Like, apparently, according to some leaks, apparently the 3090 was like twice as powerful as previous gen. I don't, you know, they're probably hyping it up. But still, to go from a 1080 Ti to 3080, 3090, the difference is gonna be insane. Like, when I get my new PC, I have to go past 60 because I'm still on a 4K 60 monitor. Back when that was like the holy grail, then they started adding new shit like HDR and 144 Hz, and now it's dated. So if I get a new PC, I'm gonna have to get a 4K 144 Hz monitor to go with it, so I can start running these games at higher refresh rates. The price difference also is so. Yeah, I'll probably get my next PC on finance. The PC I got now, I got it on finance. I was supposed to finish paying it off next year, but I got a bit of money, so I paid it off, you know, like a few months ago, I think. So now I'm not paying monthly for my PC, so I'm ready to do it again and get a new PC. But combine this 3080 Ti with Ryzen 4th Gen, oh my god, that's gonna be a beast of a machine. Oh god. I lost my job a few months ago, I was saving up for a new PC, looking for jobs now. Yeah, like, it's a new decade, it's PC season. We gotta do whatever it takes in this bitch to, you know, get this PC shit going. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for the melody to come back one more time. Got it wrong. Oh my god. Crash 1 is goated. Fuck. God. Woo. God, talk about goated. Alright, let's refresh to make sure it's not behind. 5. Yeah. Right on time, baby. Let's go. I think I'm satisfied with my 16-core Ryzen 3950. Oh, you're already on Ryzen 3950X, so you're doing alright. I'm still on the i7 8700K. Like, that shit's starting to get dated now. Like, especially like now that Intel is like slacking hard. Where the volume at? Where the fuck is the volume, NVIDIA? Are we playing no games? Oh, wow, the site was muted on Chrome. Oof, okay. I was about to blame them for it. Okay. Let's see what they got for your boy. They're showing off some PC games. Portal is lit, by the way. Tough, but lit. Black Ops, StarCraft. Ugh. Batman Arkham Knight, I need to play that as well. Tomb Raider, I need to play that as well. So much shit I need to play. PUBG, Battlefield 5. The new 3090 240p. Ha! 240p at 2400 hertz.
Welcome to my kitchen. I
Okay.
hope all of you are staying safe.
You gonna cook
We're
for
going
us
to talk
then?
about an amazing GPU today. Modern GPUs are technology marvels. It is the
Oh, 'cause the
engine of
GPU's
large
hot, it's
industries
gonna-
from
it's gonna
design,
cook the meat for
cloud
us,
AI,
innit?
to
That's why in the
scientific
kitchen.
computing. But it is the gamers and their insatiable demand that is the driving force of the GPU.
Alright.
Pulling their GPUs to create the largest distributed computer ever. 1 million gamers united to counterstrike the COVID-19 coronavirus. The result was 2.8 exaflops. 5 times the processing power of the world's largest supercomputer to simulate the virus.
So what can that do? Like
Folding at home was able to simulate
4,000K?
100 milliseconds, a
4M?
tenth of a second in the life of the coronavirus, and capture the moment it opens its mouth to infect a human cell. Scientists believe this is also its moment of weakness. Thank you all for joining this historic fight. We're going to talk about computer graphics and the work we're doing to push the boundaries. We love computer graphics and have advanced it incredibly in the time of NVIDIA. As the technology advanced, the expressiveness of the medium has made graphics an invaluable tool to help us understand our world,
Okay.
create and explore new worlds, tell stories that inspire us. From science to industry to the arts, computer graphics has made a profound impact on the world, and for that, we are privileged to have contributed. We're going to talk about gaming and the infinite ways that gaming is
Is
expanding.
that that Minecraft dude in the corner?
GeForce PC gaming is
Next to
large
the
and
corner.
thriving. Its open and rapidly advancing technology, combined with the amazing
20
creativity
million
of the
live
community,
streamers,
makes
45
magic.
million content creators.
Anyone could be a broadcaster now.
God,
Add a
1.5
GeForce
billion
and your
PC
personal
gamers.
broadcast station.
That
Pros
is
stream
crazy.
their practices. Experts stream tips and tricks. Friends stream to friends just to hang out. There are over 20 million streamers.
God,
Games
that's
have
some
become
crazy
a new
stats.
art medium. In Minecraft, gamers can build their work of art. Machinima artists create cinematics made from game assets. Tens of millions are using games to express their creativity. Inside a computer simulation, any sport can become esport. Virtual NASCAR and F1 are already attracting top racers. Like sports, esports captures the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and the human drama of athletic competition. Esports is on its way to be the biggest sport.
Alright, see you right
I have
outside.
something special for all the GeForce gamers around the world. 4 gifts. I hope you like them, and you'll find new
Oh,
ways
Gamer
to get
Guide, yeah, you need to get on that
First,
PC grind, seriously.
Big news. Fortnite is turning RTX on. Now
Oh,
Minecraft
of
and
course.
Fortnite, the #1 and #2 most played games in the world, have RTX on. Fortnite will get ray trace shadows, reflections.
But
and
when do we get
occlusion and
RTX for
DLSS
Fall
too.
Guys?
These effects look fantastic with the art style of Fortnite. I can't wait to see a Fortnite concert with RTX on.
Oh,
The
Gamer
last
Guide,
one
he
with
moved
Travis
to the
Scott
PC
was
side of
watched
things.
by 28
Alright.
million people. Epic made a trailer for you. Let's play it now.
Oh, copyrighted music by Epic fucking Games. Always here to get my shit copyrighted. God. Is this supposed to impress me, Epic Games? I liked you more when you're making God of War.
75% of GeForce
Minecraft
gamers play
RTX are still
esports.
beta access.
Esports is a game of milliseconds. Reaction time is a combination of the gamer and the machine.
I think I saw footage of the Minecraft
This is valid.
RTX though.
In this example, the opponent is traveling at 1500 pixels per second, and it's visible in this opening for only 180 milliseconds. A typical gamer has a
They
reaction
didn't make
time
God of. I
of
mean Gears of War.
150
You know what I mean.
milliseconds from
You know.
photon to
You
action.
know what I mean.
You can
It
only
was
hit
a
the
slip of the
opponent
tongue.
if your PC adds less than 30 milliseconds. Most gamers have latencies far greater than 30 milliseconds, many up to 100 milliseconds. Today we're announcing a new esports technology called NVIDIA Reflex.
Reflex.
NVIDIA Reflex optimizes the rendering pipeline across CPU and GPU to reduce latency by up to 50%.
Ooh.
In September, we're releasing Reflex with our game-ready driver. Over 100 million GeForce gamers will instantly become more competitive. Valorant, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty
Oh, yeah,
Warzone,
Valorant, that's a
and
fair.
Destiny
Forgot
2
about that.
will be the first to integrate Reflex technology. Esports pros and enthusiasts strive for zero latency. For you, we're announcing an insanely fast and beautiful display. A 360 Hz G-Sync display
360
designed for
Hz?
esports. This display has a built-in
And
precision
IPS is not
latency
TN.
analysis.
It's
Just
not shitty
connect your
TN.
miss. The Nvidia 360 Hz G-Sync esports
That's 6
displays
times the
are
hertz of my
arriving this fall
monitor.
from Acer, Alienware, Asus, and MSI.
Whew.
We've made a video comparing gaming on a 60 Hz, 144 Hz, and 360 Hz display.
Oh my
You can
days.
see immediately how
But the
360
human
Hz
eye can't even
display
see
will
more than
help you
30
target
frames
and
per
track your
second. What?
For the 20 million live streamers, we have something really cool for you. Nvidia Broadcast turns any room into a broadcast studio. Nvidia Broadcast runs AI algorithms trained by deep learning on
Can it
NVIDIA's
remove the
DGX
Can it remove the
supercomputer,
background
one of the
without
most
a green
powerful in the
screen?
world. Effects like audio noise removal, virtual background effects, whether graphics or
Exactly.
video,
That's why I
and
want that
webcam
thing.
auto framing is a virtual camera person tracking you. These AI effects
I don't
are
have to
amazing.
fucking use a green screen
Available
for
download
everything.
in September and runs on any RTX GPU. Brandon and GeForce Marketing will now show you NVIDIA Broadcast.
Hey everybody, I'm Brandon and I'm very excited today to talk to you about our NVIDIA Broadcast app.
How many people are
Like many
watching
of
this
you, I've
now?
been home a lot more lately. I've been video
2 or
conferencing
9,
all day
okay,
and then
okay.
gaming and streaming all night. And I have a very basic webcam microphone setup. NVIDIA Broadcast makes these things
60 hertz
supercharged
gang.
with a lot of new awesome
a gang that I'm
features
in, but I don't
and
wanna
really
be
bring
in.
it out using the power of AI and RTX GPUs. The first one I want to talk about is noise removal. So I've asked my girlfriend to join me with a blow dryer here. And that distracting sound makes it very hard to understand what I'm saying. But when I turn on noise removal in NVIDIA Broadcast, you find that it's completely gone. And that blow dryer is still going.
It does lower the
So
sound
NVIDIA
quality, but
Broadcast
not
isn't
as
just
much
awesome
as
audio features.
other noise
There's
removal
some really
features.
exciting video features as well. Let's take a look. First up, we have the ability to blur your background, which you may notice that I need because I have a very cluttered and messy room. But when I turn this background blur feature on,
You need that
all of
webcam,
a
a
sudden I get this really classy
C922.
effect. And I can adjust the strength of that.
I mean, I guess you
from
could
low
get
to
that.
high
Most people
and
either
everything
use a
in between.
C920 or a Brio,
Or, if
which
I
the
want,
Brio is better. I
I can
upgraded
replace
to the
the
Brio
background
recently.
altogether.
Well, recently, like December. This is what I need.
Now I'm in a space station with the magic of AI.
No green
It's that
screen.
easy.
That's exactly what I need.
Or, if I want to jump into some gameplay, I can remove the background altogether and jump into some Valorant. And now I'm playing with a green screen effect without actually having to have one at home.
Because I saw some other software
know
that
if I
did this,
play
but
good,
it
but at
wasn't
least I can
as
look
good. It wasn't
Now,
as
sometimes
seamless.
when I'm video conferencing or doing a just chatting stream, I want to zoom in to get a more personal connection with the audience. But the problem is I bounce around so much, it's easy for my head to get out of frame. With the auto frame feature,
Just to zoom in so you can get a better connection like this.
it's like having your own personal cameraman that follows you wherever you go. So,
Okay, that's a
for
bit
example,
creepy.
I wanted to
Don't-
reach
the
over and
camera
grab my
shouldn't
cool
follow me like
Valorant
that.
hat and show it to everybody. It follows me every step of the way. I just find NVIDIA Broadcast to be really exciting, as both a streamer and as someone who works from home. The ability to remove distracting noise, improve your background, and keep yourself in the center of the frame are all awesome features in one app, and I just can't wait for you guys to try it.
A new form of art has emerged from gaming called machinima. Artists are using game assets to create cinematics.
Is it Machinima
There's
that
been
YouTube
tens
channel?
of billions of views on YouTube. Most are shorts. Some are even recreating entire
This looks like
classic
Prince of
movies.
Persia.
It's
Shit.
becoming a whole new art genre. Today, I'm going to show you an app that will make these cinematics amazing. It's called NVIDIA Omniverse Machinima. It's an app built on our Omniverse 3D workflow collaboration platform. Omniverse is a universal design tool asset exchange with a viewer based on photorealistic path tracing.
Okay.
The engine is designed to be
mean?
physically accurate, simulating light, physics, material, and artificial intelligence. We have connectors for most third-party design tools, like 3ds Max, Maya, Photoshop, Epic Unreal, Rhino, and many more. The Machinima app brings in elements and assets from games, and third-party collections like TurboSquid, and lets you mix and compose them into a cinematic. Creators can use their webcam to
Oof.
drive our AI-based post estimator to animate characters.
Damn.
Drive face animation AI with your voice. Add high fidelity physics like particles and fluids.
Ooh, that looks
Make
real.
materials physically accurate. And then when done with your composition and mixing, Render film quality cinematics with your RTX GPU. Nvidia Omniverse Machinima. Beta in October. Sign up at nvidia.com/machinima. Let me show you a demo we created in a few days.
Alright,
We
let's check
started
this
with
out.
assets from Mountain Blade 2.
You said
Banner of
Omniverse, and I
War.
thought of Ben
You're gonna
10.
love this.
Ugh. I'm not sure if this was actually Prince of Persia. Nah, it's not Prince of Persia. Beta. Oh, you bring up the beta thing again. Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Definitely not Prince of Persia.
you guys are getting better.
What game is that? Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord. What kind of shit name is that?
For 40 years,
Bannerlord?
since NVIDIA researcher Turner Whitted first published his paper on ray tracing, computer science researchers have chased this dream to create super realistic virtual worlds with real-time ray tracing. NVIDIA, seeing the ultimate limits of rasterization approaching,
That's not graphics,
focused
is it?
intense efforts over the past 10 years to realize real-time ray tracing on a large scale.
That's not.
At
That's
SIGGRAPH
not
2 years
graphics.
ago,
That wasn't
we
graphics.
announced the
That was a
NVIDIA
real
RTX.
picture, right?
Now, 2 years later, it is clear we have reinvented computer graphics. NVIDIA RTX is a full-stack invention. RTX starts with a brand new GPU architecture, but it is so much more. It includes new engine tech and a bunch of new rendering algorithms. RTX
Okay.
is a home run. All major 3D APIs have been extended for RTX. RTX
That
is
was
supported by
graphics?
all major 3D tools. RTX tech is incorporated into all major game engines. There are hundreds of games in development and thousands of research papers of new rendering and AI algorithms enabled by RTX. The RTX GPU has 3 fundamental processors: the programmable shader that we first introduced over 15 years ago, RT Core to accelerate the ray triangle and ray bounding box intersections, an
Okay.
AI processing pipeline called Tensor Core.
Tensor
Tensor Core
Core.
accelerates linear algebra that is used for deep neural network processing, the foundation of modern AI. AI is the most powerful technology force of our time. Computers that learn from data and write software that no humans can. The advances are nothing short of breathtaking. NVIDIA is doing groundbreaking work in this area. You might have seen our work in self-driving cars and robotics. Computer graphics and gaming will also be revolutionized by deep learning. Let me show you some recent works and the art of the possible.
Show us
The
that
first
character
video is a
conception.
generative
Yeah.
adversarial network that has learned to synthesize virtual characters of any artistic genre, including
synthesize.
photorealistic. Second is a neural network that animates a 3D face directly from voice.
How do
You
you animate a
require
face
more
from voice?
Vespine gas. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
The AI character can speak in any language, be any gender, and even rap and sing.
You even rap and
Third
sing.
is a character locomotion of infinite number of positions.
Time to synthesize
Imagine negotiating
voice.
arbitrary paths and obstacles. The fourth is reconstructing 3D from video. Imagine the possibilities.
Oh
Record
god,
video, interact in 3D.
that is insane.
This
Shit.
one is a deep learning model that learned the physics behavior of cloth animation.
That is crazy.
Finally, this deep learning model of ray tracing can predict colors of missing pixels, so that fewer rays need to be cast and fewer pixels need to be fully rendered. We can achieve orders of magnitude speedups. AI is certain to play a giant role in the future of computer graphics and gaming. The powerful tensor cores and RTX GPUs will let us do AI in real time.
In real
One
time.
of the first major AI computer graphics breakthroughs is DLSS. Here's the challenge. Real-time ray tracing is far more beautiful but requires a lot more computation per pixel than rasterization. So the solution is to ray trace fewer pixels and use AI on tensor cores to up-res to super-res to a higher resolution and boost frame rate.
So you can still get ray
DLSS took
tracing.
nearly
but
2
with
years
less
of intensive
GPU
research.
power requirement.
We built a supercomputer to train the network. The DLSS model is trained on extremely high quality
16K.
offline rendered images of many kinds of content. Once trained, the model is downloaded into your driver. At runtime, DLSS 2.0 takes in low resolution, aliased image and motion vector of the current frame and the high resolution previous frame to generate a high resolution current frame. I think DLSS is one of our biggest breakthroughs in the last 10 years.
Ray tracing
Take a
for
look
all.
at these images of Death Stranding, the latest game by Kojima-san.
It says native 4K, but the
DLSS
stream
is
is
sharper
1080p.
than native 4K and created detail from AI that native rendering didn't even show. And the frame rate is higher. Reviewers have loved DLSS 2.0. They say its quality beats out native rendering and runs
16K
even
though.
faster.
Don't worry, by the
You
end of
can
this
play at
decade, we'll
4K
have
without a
16K.
performance hit. Tensor Core effectively
Well, the
gives
rich people will
RTX
have
a
it,
2x performance boost. Let's
The
look
rest
at
of us will
one
be
frame
moving to
trace of a
8K.
game to see the processors of RTX in action. Adding ray tracing to games dramatically increases the computation workload.
Of course,
Using
naturally.
shaders to do ray traversal and object intersection reduces the frame rate. We added the RT Core, which reduces shader workload by 60%. RT Core offloads the shaders by doing the ray triangle and ray bounding box intersection calculations. Using the same methodology as Microsoft Xbox, the RT Core is effectively a 34 teraflop shader, and Turing has an equivalent of 45 teraflops while ray tracing. Even with RT Core, the amount of time consumed is significant, so RT Core and shaders have to run concurrently. Even then, 20 milliseconds is only 50 frames per second, and still a step back in performance relative to previous generations.
So what are
This
you
is
gonna
where
do
the
about that?
Tensor Core and DLSS come in.
12
Rendering to a
milliseconds.
lower resolution, then using AI and super fast Tensor Core to effectively double frame rate. Now you can get ray tracing, get high resolution, and high frame rate at the same time. That's the magic of the three processors of RTX.
Okay.
Turing was our first generation RTX
You're
GPU,
still on Intel HD.
combining ray tracing, programmable shading,
Ugh.
and AI. The flagship Turing had a ton of processing power, 11 shader teraflops,
At least you can
34
still run games
RT
from like 16
teraflops,
years ago.
and 89 tensor teraflops. Let me show you our new RTX GPU. Ampere is a giant leap in performance. Ampere does 2 shader calculations per clock versus 1 on Turing. 30 shader teraflops compared to 11.
Oof. Okay.
Ampere doubles ray triangle intersection throughput. Ampere's RT Core delivers 58 RT teraflops compared to Turing's 34.
That's not double.
And
but
Ampere's new
okay.
Tensor Core automatically identifies and removes less important DNA weights. And the new Tensor Core hardware processes the sparse network at twice the rate of Turing.
Twice double, gang.
238 tensor flops compared to 89. Ladies and gentlemen, NVIDIA's new Ampere GPU, our
Woo.
second generation RTX. 28 billion transistors
Whoa.
built on Samsung 8N NVIDIA custom
Samsung, gang.
processors. All 3 processors double rates over Turing, a triple double. It connects to Micron's new G6.
So Samsung were involved in this and they were streaming their shit.
The days of just relying on transistor
Competing with
performance
themselves.
scaling is over. Yet Ampere is an incredible 2 times the performance and energy efficiency of Turing. At NVIDIA, we use every engineering lever to
2
squeeze every
times.
drop of performance out of the system. From architecture, custom process design, circuit design, logic design, packaging, custom SerDes I/O, memory, power and thermal design, PCB design, software and algorithms. Thousands of engineers per generation, billions of dollars. Full stack engineering
And then they
and
show off
extreme
that
craftsmanship
BIOS from
is
like
the hallmark of our
1999.
GPUs. Our performance, energy efficiency, and low power are all world class. And real application performance highlights Ampere's new RT Core. The more ray
Relative
tracing is
performance.
done, the greater the Ampere speed.
Double on blender
Ampere
cycles.
RT Core doubles ray intersection processing. Its ray tracing is
1.8
processed
on
concurrently
Minecraft.
with shading. And Ampere can render
1.7
cinematic
on
images
Shadow
with
of the
motion
Tomb
blur,
Raider.
8 times faster than Turing. Let's take a look at Ampere in action. At our kitchen GTC a few months ago, we showed Marbles, the world's first fully path-traced, photorealistic real-time graphics.
So this really is for
It was running on our highest-end Turing Quadro RTX
I mean, it's a bit low
8000.
res, but still.
Turing was doing 720p, 25 frames per second.
Oh, this is the old
Today,
one.
we're going to run an enhanced version of Marbles with even more special effects. And it is running at 1440p, 30 frames per second, over 4 times the performance.
1440p.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Marbles at night.
This better look really good if it's gonna be 1440p limited. This music could easily get sampled though. Some dope shit. This is in real time. This could be a movie. Like, shit. Like, real time. And movies take ages to render like one frame. Look at the reflections on the marble. Oh! Woo! Look at the you see the spray cans? Oh my god, that's like a picture. Okay, this part doesn't look as realistic, but the other part, the other part looked really real. Yeah, this part I can tell. This part I don't believe it to be real. When the lights went dim though, it looked more real. I think it's the bright light that I'm not buying right now. But the physics are really good. Wow.
Marbles is entirely path traced. No rasterization, all real time.
No rasterization. Wow, I don't know what rasterization
There are
is.
hundreds of area
That thing
lights,
from Photoshop?
including spherical area lights. There's no pre-baking, everything is dynamic.
Don't know what pre-baking means. I
The
mean,
depth of
I got no
field is
brownies
film
or
quality
anything,
and
but
beautiful.
I had one of those rulers. Anyway,
Everything is dynamic. Diffuse GI.
that physics
all
looks a
dynamic.
bit fake with the marbles drop.
hundreds
I
of
don't know. It looks a bit fake.
80 million triangles.
I feel like
Materials
the
are
way it's
physically
dropping is a
accurate.
bit
Physics
off.
simulation and volumetric rendering in real time.
That little spray thing, like,
DLSS
that
2.0
hook
is doing
thing,
the super
that
resolution
thing
and
looks
AI
real as
debinding.
fuck. Photorealism is really moving forward. We're not there yet, but still, like, to render all of this, like, it's pretty insane. What about 4K though? I mean, obviously they can't handle it. There's too much lighting and
Let's
shit being
compare
rendered.
Marbles Turing and Marbles Ampere. You can see dramatic visual quality jump of Ampere. Marbles on Turing runs at 720p 25 frames per second. Marbles in Ampere runs at 1440p 30 frames per
It's
second.
because of the amount of
More
lights
than
that are
4
bouncing
times
off
the
each other.
performance.
That's why it's so hard to
And
run.
Ampere even did area lights and depth of field. A giant performance leap. Today's games are giant worlds, indoor and out,
200
with
gig
photogrammetry, dense geometry, and lots of characters. Games are over 200
100 copies of
gigabytes and getting
Crisis.
bigger.
Wow.
This is like 50,000 songs or 400 hours of streaming video. Games have pushed PC I/O and file systems to the breaking point. CPUs copy files from disk and decompress the game image. This is fine when the storage system was slow, 50 to 100 megabytes per second. Now with Gen 4 PCI Express and solid-state drives, PCs can transfer data at 7 gigabytes per second, 100 times faster. CPU copying data to memory and decompressing game images is now the bottleneck. Decompressing data from 100 megabytes per second hard drives takes only a few CPU cores. However, decompressing from 7 gigabytes per second SSDs on PCIe Gen 4 takes over 20 CPU cores. Today, we're announcing Nvidia RTX IO with 3 new advances. New
that?
IO APIs for fast loading and streaming directly from SSD to GPU memory. GPU lossless decompression. And collaboration with Microsoft on direct storage for Windows that streamlines the transfer of data from storage to GPU memory. With Nvidia RTX IO, vast worlds will load instantly. Picking up where you left off will be instant. This is a very big deal for next generation gaming.
Yeah.
Let me show you
finally.
Ampere in
Consoles are
action in
getting
one of the
off-
most
off that loading
anticipated
shit.
games of 2020. CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk.
Yep,
This
Cyberpunk.
trailer is called Scenes of Cyberpunk RTX. It shows ray trace reflections, diffuse illumination, shadows, ambient occlusion, and DLSS 2.0. Enjoy.
Oh, I can't wait to not be able to run all these settings when I play Cyberpunk because I'll be on this PC. I'll be turning all this shit off. I'll be lucky if I get to run it at 4K 60. Those reflections are on point. Those water reflections, like, oh my god. And this is a 1080p stream as well. Like when I play this thing at 4K, it is going to look crisp. My CPU, I'm still on an i7-8700K.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new flagship GPU, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080. powered by Ampere, second generation RTX architecture.
Well, that's the 3090 of the Ti though. Alright, let's take a look at this. Okay, they're gonna build up with the animation and things, okay? Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's the original one. They're showing the history, you know what I mean? Yeah. 690. Oh, those days. 980. I had a 980. Well, I had a 980 Ti, actually. I didn't have a 980. 1080. I also had a 1080 Ti, not a 1080. Well, actually, I owned a 1080 at one point. Long story. I haven't owned a 2080. Now let's see the 3080. Woo! 1.9x. 19 gigabits. GDDR6. 3rd gen tensor cores. DLSS. 58 teraflops. Oh! Show me the full thing! I can't wait! What's that cooler system? Revolutionary thermal design. Oh! 55% more airflow and 3 times quieter? 30% more efficient? It's gonna be quieter and have more airflow? Oh! Bracket exhausting front fan. Flow through rear fan. Oh! Ultra compact PCB. 3080. Woo! The ultimate play. And this isn't even a 3090 or the 3080 Ti.
NVIDIA RTX 3080. I have one right here. Let me show it to you.
Wow, I didn't even hide it. It was like still in the shot.
It is beautiful. Look at this. The RTX 3080. It is wonderfully crafted. It's going to look beautiful in your
Most
PC,
people aren't even going to get a stock
and it
one.
lights up. Now let me tell you about some of the other exciting technologies inside. Turing used G6, the fastest memories at that time. The industry thought that was the limit. For Ampere, we had to push through that limit. Working with Micron, we designed the world's first
CPU
memories with
repair well with
PAM4
this?
signaling.
Probably
Pulse
something that
amplitude
comes from this
modulation,
year.
with 4 voltage levels that encode 2 bits of
I ain't
data
trying to have
each,
no bottlenecking.
0001 1011. Each voltage step is only 250 millivolts. So in the same period of time, G6X can transmit twice as much data as G6. PAM4 is extreme signaling technology, and it's just becoming used in high-speed networking. The Ampere thermal architecture is the first ever flow-through design, working harmoniously with PC chassis cooling system,
That would work perfectly
pulling
in my
in
current
cool
case.
air from the outside, flowing through the GPU, and pushing hot air straight out the chassis. To allow room for a fan to flow air directly through the module, our engineers architected a super dense PCB design that is 50% smaller than previous, while adding the bigger Ampere GPUs, HDMI 2.1, PCI Express 4.0, and G6X. There are 2 independently controlled fans. The bracket front fan pulls cool air from the bottom and pushes the heated air out through the graphics card brackets. A backside pull-through fan passes cool air over the fins of the heat pipe and directs the hot air to the top and back of the chassis to be exhausted by the system fan. The 3080 flow-through system is 3 times quieter and keeps the GPU 20 degrees cooler than the Turing design. It can cool 90 watts more than Turing.
Oof.
The generational leap is ultimately the most important factor of new GPUs. A significant technology advance is needed to inspire content developers to create the next level of content, and for the install base to upgrade.
Of
Let's
course,
see
that
how
will be
the
bottlenecked by
3080
consoles,
stacks
though.
up to previous generation architectures
Okay, let's see
on
what
the
a 1080
latest
Ti is.
graphics-intensive games.
So 1080 Ti is what I got
is
now.
faster than 2080 Ti.
It's
3080
2
is
times
twice
2080.
the performance of 2080 at the same price. Ampere is
2
the biggest
times
generational leap
2080.
we've ever had.
And I'm on 1080 Ti.
Ladies and gentlemen, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080.
So the
our
3080 is
new
more than
flagship
double.
GPU.
More than
Powered
double
by
what I've got
Ampere,
now.
Our second generation RTX GPU
And I can
architecture.
already run games at
Incredible
4K.
amounts of processing
Around
in the
60
shader,
FPS on slightly
RT
newer
ray tracing
games, maybe
core,
with some
and Tensor
stuttering.
Core for processing AI.
So with this, it's going to be
10
like
gigabytes
4K,
of
100,
G6S,
120.
Twice the processing power of 2080.
Like, this is going to be
and
insane.
at the
Maybe
same
even
price,
144
starting
4K.
at $699.
$699!
September 17th.
$699!
One of our most popular GPUs
It's
is
not
the
even as expensive as I
70
thought it was going to be.
970, 1070, 2070 were all hugely popular. You're going to love the new RTX 3070. Faster than the 2080 Ti.
I'm not
the
getting that.
Turing enthusiast GPU priced at $1,200. Ladies and gentlemen, the new GeForce RTX 3070. Let me show it to you.
No trailer for this one?
It's a work of art. 20 shader teraflops, 40 RT teraflops, and 160.
But are they gonna
teraflops
show the
Tensor Core
3090?
for AI processing? With 8 gigabytes of G6, RTX
The sad story
3070
is this
is
is gonna be
faster than
obsolete
the
in 20 years.
$1,200
I mean, you can say that about any
RTX
piece of tech.
2080
I mean, we
Ti,
shouldn't be hyped about it because
starting at
in 2040
$499.
it's gonna be nothing.
Available in October. Every generation, we pack in our best ideas to increase
$499.
performance while introducing new features that enhance image
Be
quality.
tempted to just get it for
Every
cheap.
couple of generations, the stars align, as it did with Pascal, and we get a giant generational leap.
I couldn't really get it this
Pascal
year.
was known as the perfect 10.
PS5
Pascal was a
coming out.
huge success and
Switch
set
Pro.
a very high bar. It took the super family of Turing to meaningfully exceed Pascal on game performances without ray tracing. With ray tracing turned on, Pascal, using programmable shaders to compute ray triangle intersections, fell far behind Turing's RT core. And Turing with ray tracing on reached the same performance as Pascal with ray tracing off. On a technical basis, this was a huge
It was
achievement.
cheaper than I thought.
The images are far more
Yeah,
beautiful.
it is actually kind
and
of
reflection
affordable.
and shadow
Maybe because of the whole
artifacts are gone.
COVID situation.
But gamers want it more. They want every generation to be more realistic and higher frame rate at the same time. So we double down on everything. Twice the shader, twice the ray tracing,
3080
and
with ray
twice the
tracing
Tensor
can
Core.
still do
The
4K
triple double.
60.
Ampere knocks the daylights out of Pascal on ray tracing.
And if you turn off ray
And even
tracing,
with
oh,
ray
your frame rate's
tracing
gonna be
on,
insane.
Crushes Pascal on frame rate. To all my Pascal gamer friends, it is safe to upgrade now. Amazing ray tracing games are coming. Activision and developer Treyarch are launching a new Call of Duty on November 13th. It's a masterpiece and it looks incredible. There are dynamic lights, ray tracing, shadows and ambient occlusion,
Actually, that really looks,
DLSS
that looks really
2.0,
good. Wow, that's some
and
good
Nvidia
graphics.
Reflex super low latency technology.
I don't even play
The
COD, but I'm
last Call
tempted
of
just
Duty
for the
sold an
graphics.
amazing 30 million copies. Activision
30
put together
million
this
for
trailer
another
with never
COD
before
game.
seen footage.
No wonder they keep
Enjoy.
pumping these out. Alright. The graphics alone is enticing me. Like, I might just buy this for the graphics. Shit, like, and this is a 1080p stream, so imagine at 4K. I'm actually sick of these 1080p streams not doing these games justice. I went and saw Ratchet and Clank 4K footage the other day, and I was like, this looks so much better than in the state of play. The 4K is so important. Those wall textures as well, these graphics. Man, I might even cop this. Fuck it. Who's ready for a COD stream? Who wants a COD stream?
Let me talk to you about one more thing.
Activision put me in a
Several
good
years
mood to
ago, we
crash.
started
Now
building the
I'm
Titan,
willing to play COD as well.
pushing
Fuck
the
it.
GPU to the absolute limit to create the best graphics card of that generation. It was built in limited quantities only through Nvidia. The distribution was
Hope there
limited.
isn't another spiking
The
GPU.
demand
Mine.
surprised us.
Is
Creators
dead right
were
now
making
because
4K
crypto is
movies,
not valuable
rendering
enough.
cinematics. Researchers built workstations for data science and AI. Bloggers built broadcast workstations.
How
Flight
thick
and
that
racing
GPU is. Did you
simulation
see it in
fans
the
built
PC?
sim rigs. There is clearly a need.
Look at that
for a
sound. That is
giant
goals.
GPU that is available all over the world.
One day I want to
So
stream
we
like
have
that. The
giant
way she was
Ampere.
sitting in that setup,
Ladies
that's
and
how I want to
gentlemen,
stream.
The RTX 3090.
Yes! 3090. Give us the big boy. Give us the big boy. This is what we're here for. 4K 144 Hertz. Give it to us. This is what we are here
3090 is a
for.
beast. A
Whoa!
ferocious GPU. A
Look at that
VF
thing.
GPU. 36 shader teraflops.
Look at that thing.
69 RT teraflops,
The 6 number.
285 tensor teraflops,
Woo!
and it comes with a massive 24 gigabytes of G6X.
$14.99.
It comes with a silencer, a 3-slot
A silencer,
dual-axle
like
flow-through
the
design,
guns do.
10 times quieter, and keeps the GPU 30
10
degrees
times
cooler
quieter.
than the Titan
20
RTX
times
design.
bigger.
But there's more.
Oh, I'm
The
getting wet.
3090 is so good
8K.
that for the very first time, we can play games at 60 frames per second
At
in
8K.
8K.
Oh!
This is insane.
No!
Because it's impossible
No!
for us to show you what it looks like on the stream.
Jordan, stop!
We invited some friends to check it out.
I'm getting wet. 8K! 8K! It's here! 8K! 8 motherfucking K! 8 mother... And 60? 8K 60?
I've never been more excited to do anything.
With ray tracing?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh, Sonic Heroes! Oh my god!
F***ing incredible, dude.
This is amazing.
Oh my god!
The resolution.
Oh, it's time to upgrade! Dell, Asus, get on the 8K monitors! Get on the 8K monitors now! Okay, I should be focusing on 4K high refresh rate, but still!
Hey, sir, I can see everything. Oh, I need to shoot you though.
Not a whole
And they
lot
make
of
us
people
watch
have
the
seen
stream in
something
1080, so you can't even see the benefits.
realistic.
I mean, I have a
People like
4K
I'm really
monitor,
in
so I
battle.
still couldn't see 8K benefits.
Insane.
But still,
I want to look at the pretty things. There we go.
8K!
Dude, tracing is insane on this.
These are the sizzle reels that you see,
This is basically hacks.
and then it's like it'll never look like that, but it does.
I'm like looking.
Oh
across
my
the
god!
pictures. The grand
I thought it was gonna take
pictures
years for
happening right
8K.
now.
Holy shit!
We're getting it this
This
year.
feels like a Disneyland experience. Oh, it is so.
Oh my god, replaying
smooth as shit.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood 8K?
Game changing.
Woo!
There's no other way to put it.
Oh my god.
My mind is blown, dude.
Going back to all those old games, because the new games won't be able to run shit
It's been
8K.
20 years since
But the
the
old
NVIDIA
games-
GPU introduced programmable shading. The
Oh my
GPU
god.
revolutionized modern computer graphics. Developers jumped on and invented clever algorithms, like shaders that simulate realistic materials, or post-processing
Bro,
effects
stop
for soft
screeching, I'm
shadows,
trying to
ambient
watch.
occlusion, and
Damn.
reflections.
It's almost like you could just watch the
Developers
original
pushed the
stream.
limits of rasterization beyond anyone's expectations. Meanwhile,
How much money?
NVIDIA
Oh, it's
GPU
1500. It's
processing
fucking
increased a
expensive.
stunning 100,000-fold. Gaming became a powerful technology driver,
I want them to show the
Gamers
graph
grew
where they
to
compare the
billions,
1390
and
to,
gaming pushed into all aspects of entertainment and
to the
culture.
1080 Ti.
If the last 20 years was amazing, the next 20 will seem nothing short of science fiction. Today's Ampere launch is a giant step into the future. This is our greatest generational leap.
Plus,
ever.
people are missing the point. With
The
8K
second
now being a
generation
thing,
NVIDIA RTX,
it means 4K is going to be
fusing
even
programmable
cheaper.
shading,
And
ray
4K
tracing,
higher
and
refresh rate is going to be
artificial
affordable.
gives us photorealistic graphics
Which is
and
the
the
next
highest
step.
frame rates at the same time. Once the holy grail of computer graphics, ray tracing is now the standard. And Ampere is going to bring you joy beyond gaming. Nvidia Reflex to improve your response time. Nvidia Broadcast turns any room into a studio. And Omniverse Machinima turns you into an animated filmmaker. We are super pleased with 3070, 3080, and 3090.
So is the TI
first
name
three
dead then?
members of the Ampere generation.
Is TI dead then?
You're gonna feel a boost like never before.
If the 90 is
I can't
effectively
wait
the
to go
TI,
forward 20 years to see what RTX started. Homes will have holodecks. We will beam ourselves through time and space, traveling at the speed of light.
maybe you'll
sending
beam
photons,
yourself.
not
I ain't
atoms.
trying to beam myself.
In this future, GeForce is your holodeck.
I'm not saying they
Your
need a
light speed
TI variant,
starship.
but
Your
TI
time
used to
machine.
be that 90.
In
Well,
this
basically what the
future,
3090
we will
is.
look back and
I just want to know
realize
if they've
that it
cancelled that in
started
favor
here.
of the 90, so I can not
Thank you for
expect the
joining
TI.
us today, and to all of our fans for celebrating the arrival of Ampere.
Whew. I guess it's finished then. Oh my god. That was something. Oh, that was something. Whew. So, Prim, how much you got saved up? Oh. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting this anytime soon. Cause I gotta get a PS5. Actually, let me put the music on. The song I always play now. I gotta get the PS5, right? Which is gonna be like apparently 400 for the digital version, 500 for the physical, which I'm probably gonna get digital. So we're looking at $400 for the PS5. Then Nintendo Switch are dropping a Pro version, you know, heavily rumored / leaked for early next year. So I'm gonna have to cop that, right? If that thing, you can check out my discussion video where I talk about this. The video is here on the channel page if you want to check it out. But yeah, if that thing really does, because the rumors are that the Switch Pro may do 4K while docked. Obviously, it's going to be like upscale 4K, you know, like kind of like the PS4 Pro. But if it does that, and then it's like 1080p in handheld mode, then I have to cop, right? I have to cop. Because, you know, like, I have to cop. So, that's PS5. That's Switch Pro coppage, right? So, by the time I get to cop, I don't know. Like, it's going to be a while. I'm thinking before the end of next year, maybe by Christmas, I upgrade my PC in full. Because I'm still on an i7-8700K. I did upgrade my RAM to 64 gig, which I never fully actually maxed that out. But I just kind of upgraded it because I needed to upgrade my RAM anyway. Because the old RAM was acting up. But yeah, I'm thinking by the end of next year, if I can like save up. After the PS5 and the Switch Pro, I'm going to take a financial hit. So I'm going to have to save up. And then I'm going to have to wait for Chill Blast and all these platforms to get, you know, settled basically. And then try and get the PC on finance. So I get a 3090 build with a Ryzen 4th gen, which we're waiting for the Ryzen 4th gen reveal, which is supposed to be this year. 3090 Ryzen 4th gen, you know, 64 gig RAM. We gotta go all out, like, especially now that I'm streaming so often. Like, if I'm gonna be trying to play these games at 4K, you know, I want my next build to be able to stream in 4K. If you guys don't remember, I did a 4K stream test ages ago. Like, I think it was last year, or maybe it was this year. But I did a 4K stream test, and I wanted to see if I could actually stream in 4K because my internet is technically capable of doing the bare minimum 4K streaming. But my CPU just couldn't handle it. And yeah, so that couldn't happen. Even though I play the games in 4K, I still stream at 1080. So with a new CPU, like a Ryzen 4th gen, I should be able to stream at 4K. You know, then again, Nvidia clearly can't do it, so I don't know. But yeah, I want 4K streaming to be the next. I want my PC to be able to handle it. YouTube still has to do some upgrades to allow 4K streaming to be as seamless, like ultra low latency support, you know, because right now ultra low latency, if you guys don't know, there's different latency options when you stream. So I always have mine set on ultra low, which means when I talk within less than a second, you are seeing it basically. Whereas some people, because their internet's not good enough, they're on low or normal latency, which is like 30 seconds or so, which is shit. So right now 4K on streaming doesn't support ultra low latency. So once they add that support, then 4K streaming could be possible with the new PC, and we could move into the upper echelons of streaming, right? Because that's what you're here for, right? You're here for the quality. I wonder if Sentry is going to be delayed since they've been pretty quiet. They just say it's coming this year. Oh, you mean Ryzen? Ryzen 4th gen. What's your opinion on the price? I mean, these things are always expensive. I think, given that they've got the affordable 3070, I mean, you can't be too mad, right? Because that 3070 is already like pretty powerful. So even if I was to get that right now, it would still be a big upgrade over my 1080 Ti. Not as big of an upgrade, but still. I don't want to just get a new GPU right now with my current PC because I feel like the CPU is gonna bottleneck it. Like, I remember when I first got Assassin's Creed Origins, that was when I upgraded my PC. Like, after I played that, because it was so CPU intensive that my old CPU, which was like an i5 4th gen, was bottlenecking the game. I was on a 980 Ti, or I think a 1080 Ti at that point, and I was just getting bottlenecked by the CPU. So for me to get a 3090, I need to be on that next level Ryzen shit, like, you know what I mean? Prem on Intel. Yeah, I mean, my last PC, I got it in early 2018, so I didn't really know that Ryzen had taken off yet, so I was just kind of used to Intel, so the next one got to be Ryzen. If the 3060 is 299, that'll be lit as fuck. I'm bottlenecking this GPU pan and the Core 2 Duo. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to see. Like, it's gonna be crazy. I like where things are going. Like 8K 60 Like, obviously not everyone's gonna have 8K in 2020, but the fact that it's being marketed means we are moving quicker than I thought. It means by 2025, anyone still on 1080p at that point is like, it's a pleb. Like, let's be real. Like, no offense, obviously monetary situations and not everyone can afford these things, right? But if we're getting 8K in 2020 at the high end, then by 2025, everyone should be gaming at 4K, right? Like, at that point, 1080p is cheap shit, right? Like, at that point, you could probably build a 1080p rig in 2025 for like 300, 400 quid, which means like 500-600 would be like a 4K build, which, you know, I mean, 500-600 on a PC is, I guess, an entry level kind of PC. I don't know, but yeah, the death of 1080p will happen this decade. But now that 8K is a thing, more people are going to move to 4K, and there's different levels. Some people are going to be on 4K 60, some are going to be on 4K 144. You know, there's a lot that needs to be done. You know, I've been on 4K 60 for ages, even though like I'm not running all the new games at 4K 60. The older ones, early 2010s games, even maybe mid 2010s. Later games are like hovering in the 40s, 50s, even with settings turned down. So I am starting to feel the weight of it, and of course the CPU is a bit dated. I can guarantee you I'll be on 720p in 2020. Oh my god, like, do you know what I want to see? Because like the way graphics are moving, will we ever get to a point where Intel like integrated graphics will just be good enough? You know, like if the most powerful GPUs in the world are pushing, say in 2025, say they drop a GPU in 2025 that's pushing 12K or 16K on the latest games, could you then just like get your Intel HD graphics and still run it at 720 or 1080? Because I mean, 4K is 4 times the pixels of 1080, which means 8K is 4 times the pixels of 4K, meaning that 8K is 16 times the pixels of 1080p. And if 8K is 16 times the pixels of 1080p, that means if the most powerful GPUs are doing 8K, 16K, surely Intel HD can pull 1080p on a modern day game, right? I mean, it's not that simple. It's not just pixel count. Obviously, there's like other things to factor in, like ray tracing, all these graphical things that your GPU has to support. So if dedicated graphics to get to the point where it's actually able to game at AAA titles just at a lower resolution, then dedicated GPUs won't even be mandatory anymore. I don't know if you guys have seen what's it called? They've been making like major strides in this shit. GPD, these guys have been using dedicated graphics to make these handheld like laptop things, right? What's this thing running on? i5, yes, integrated graphics. And yeah, I don't know how well it plays the latest AAA titles, but even if it's able to run them at like 30 FPS, that's still a dub, considering, you know. Remember when they rumored PS5 would run 8K 60? Hold on, because I mean, you know, it depends on what the rumor was saying. Because if we look at HDMI, let's look at the spec sheet for HDMI right now. Because obviously the latest consoles are going to be on HDMI 2.1, and HDMI 2.1 can do 8K 30 on one cable. So it is possible that PS5 could do 8K on Netflix, or maybe the PS5 Pro will do that. Obviously not on games, you know. Maybe with a Pro upgrade, but they're still struggling to do 4K, so I assume a Pro would just be better 4K. But they would want to say they could do 8K when the Pro refreshes come out like 3-4 years from now. So it'll be like 8K 30 or something like that, you know, just for Netflix and shit like that. But I don't know for games. But yeah, once the handheld devices can pull like 1080p 60 on games, because at that point, like 5 years from now, we're going to be doing, on the flagships, we're going to be doing like 8K 240 or whatever. Or if they want to push to 16K or 12K 60. So if the handhelds could do 1080 60, that's still a W, because at that size, 1080 is still going to look clean, you know? I only want to see 1080 on small screens at that point. Like, big monitors, we got to move to the 4s, right? We got to move to 4K. the battery has to be good too. That's another problem, like, because battery technology has not moved at all. Like, batteries are still the same. We're still waiting for the major battery breakthroughs. So with these kind of devices, it's like, well, you still got shit battery. You know, anyone who's still using an old flip phone has got way better battery than people using smartphones. So there's still advantages for shit like this. Primer's gonna use this to play Heroes of Reshade in 8K. I don't know about Reshade, but definitely 8K. I don't know if you can just, like a fan can add ray tracing to an old game. I don't know if that's possible. But look, if they add ray tracing to Sonic Heroes and run that shit at 8K 60, like your boy's not gonna complain. Like your boy's not gonna complain about that. But yeah, it's looking pretty lit. That 3090 is the goal. I don't want to just get a half upgrade because it's more affordable. I just want to save up or get it on finance, maybe like a year or so from now. I'm aiming for by the end of next year. I want to get a new PC because with the amount that I'm streaming now, yeah, it would be so lit. Once we get graphene batteries, yeah, I was hearing about graphene batteries, but apparently we still haven't got it. So Crash Insane shows you the stuff. Man, yeah, that look nice. Oh, Crash 4, imagine that at 8K. You know, I wonder if 8K is gonna be worth it though. We have to see it. You know, 4K is definitely, I can notice the difference. On a 24-inch monitor, I can tell the difference between 4K. Wait, why is the chat still moving? Are they live? No, okay. I was wondering. Yeah, so on a 24-inch monitor, I can still tell the difference between 4K and like 1440 and 1080. So I imagine I'd still notice the difference between 4K and 8K. But I don't think it'd be worth sacrificing the ray tracing or the higher refresh rate. If I really had a PC that could do 8K 60, I'd probably just want to do 4K 144 at that point. So, if Crash 4 ever comes to PC. Oh, Crash 4 is coming to PC next year, definitely. The leaks are suggesting that. Get two 3090s. Oh, SLI is dead though. SLI is dead. Like, games are never optimized for it, so you don't even get the true benefit. You're gonna spend money on two of them shits and you barely get like 10% more power. Like, it's not even worth it. So, your boy already got 10K saved up. Man, you're gonna get a nice PC with that. Ugh. 4K needs to be more normalized. People acting like 720p looks good. Yeah, I was on Twitter the other day and someone was like, oh, 4K is not that needed on a monitor. I was like, Shraggy? Like, what? No, like, people acting like you can't tell the difference. Like, I wear glasses. My eyesight's shit. And I can tell the difference between 1080p and 4K on a monitor, okay? If you're talking about on a puny smartphone screen, then fine. I could run this phone at 1440p, which is a 40.40p screen, and I've also run it at 1080p, and I didn't notice the difference. Like, it was the only difference I noticed is that I couldn't, when I set it to 1080p, I couldn't run YouTube videos at 1440, which I can notice on YouTube because YouTube nerfed the bitrate of 1080p videos, so that's a bitrate issue, not a resolution issue. But on a 24-inch monitor, like, there's a website that I use, right? It's called isthisretina.com, right? And when Steve Jobs coined the term retina with the iPhone 4, I'm taking it back to 2010, he determined retina as when the pixels are so high that you cannot, at a reasonable viewing angle, determine the difference between one pixel and another. You cannot see pixels effectively, right? So let's put things into perspective right now, okay? So 4K is 3840 by 2160. I'm on a 24-inch monitor right now. So for me to not be able to discern pixels, I have to look at least 19 inches away from the screen. Anything closer to 19 inches and I can see the pixels. Because the amount, it's not just about how many pixels, it's about the amount of pixels per inch. Which this monitor at 4K 24 inches has 182.58 pixels per inch. Now, if we look at, let's say Nintendo Switch screen, right? Size. What's the screen size of Nintendo Switch screen? 4 inches. That's gotta be bullshit. It's bigger than 4 inches, right? Bigger than 4 inches, right? Hold on. cables on my analog stick. It's bigger than 4 inches. No, that's wrong. 6.2 inches, okay. With a resolution of 720p. So, okay, 6.2 inches. Okay. Yeah, so 720p, 6.2. So we're gonna compare the two. So on the measly 720p screen at 6.2 inches, because it's so much smaller, the pixels per inch are actually higher. So my 24-inch 4K monitor is actually less clear than the measly 720p Switch monitor because it's only filling up 6.2 inches, right? And 6.2 inches isn't that much. That's what she said. Therefore, 4K is not enough. Clearly, we need 8K. Because if the 720p Switch screen is doing better than my monitor, there's a problem, right? So, yeah, essentially. When Spyro 4 is coming out, will you do a road Spyro? Is Spyro 4 confirmed? Is that a confirmed thing? The guy that leaked Crash 4 leaked Spyro 4. Alright. Well, I've only done like one video on Spyro. Let me see if I can find the video. It was a while ago. I probably already passed it by now, to be honest. Yeah, I've passed it. Yeah, I did one video on Spyro, which I will conveniently spam in the chat. You could check that out. But yeah, maybe one day I'll stream and finish the Reignited trilogy. But yeah, I'm kind of upset, like, that I won't be able to play Cyberpunk with all these settings. But it'll be nice to, you know, when I finally upgrade my PC, to try everything out. But are you guys gonna upgrade? What are you guys saying? Are you on this PC wave? You ever thought about playing Jack and Daxter? My friend had that as a kid. I played a little bit of it, so I might have to like get into that. I don't know. It depends, cause like I could stream like, you know, way more than I do now. If people want to see more streams, I'm trying to still do videos, cause I am supposed to be a YouTuber, right? But I guess people do like the streams, so I have been doing them more often. But you know, hashtag broke gang. Oh, I know the feeling. Trust me. I'm currently saving up for a PS5. Apparently, pre-orders are going up this month, from what the rumors are saying. So I might have to even tap into some overdraft, boys. You know what I mean? Like, contact the bank and shit. You know what I mean? Like, to the emergency out here. Yeah, arrange me some overdraft. And once I get the PS5, then I could sell off the PS4 Pro just to make some of the money back, and probably the physical games that I won't be able to play on the digital PS5. I think I'm probably gonna go full digital next gen. I think it's time. I don't want to get a disc-based PS5 and PS5 disc games. Well, I do kind of want to have a few PS5 disc games, but I'm just tired. I just want to go digital. Like, finally, I'm gonna have to take out a loan. Literally, go and get them loan shark. Go to the mafia. Like, your boy needs a few grand. Like, it's important. There's a PS5. There's a Switch Pro. There's a 3090. Like, come on, Tony Soprano, hook your boy up with that shit. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, Mafia Definitive Edition as well. That game looks amazing. Like, I wonder how well that will run on the 1080 Ti. I don't even have a job. It's gonna be all 5-star and 4K 120. Until then, I've got my AMD laptop. But yeah, like, the beauty of these things like AK60 is not that everyone's gonna have it. The beauty is just simply that it trickles down. Everyone moves up a little bit. You know, that's all it is. If the top end is moving from 4K 60 to now 4K 144 to 8K 60, then everyone who was on like 720p can now move to 1080. Everyone who's on 1080 can now, like, around the same price range, move to 1440. People on 1440 can move to 4K. People like me who are on 4K but kind of pushing 60 on older games, or not pushing 60 on the newest games, can now get, you know, to 4K higher refresh rates and shit. Is 10 gig VRAM enough? What are your thoughts? Well, I mean, that's just relative to what kind of resolution you're running at. the more graphical settings you have, the higher resolution you run at, the more VRAM you're gonna need. How much VRAM do I have? I don't actually. I got, it says dedicated GPU memory 11 gig. So I'm on 4K. I don't think I've ever maxed out my VRAM on 4K. So I would say, you know, Google it. Check your resolution and see what it's saying, isn't it? Frame is sponsored by Cutting Edge Gamer. I wish. Man, I need to get some sponsorships in this bitch. Like, you trying to save up for new hardware out here, you know what I mean? Like, Cutting Edge Gamer, hit your boy up. Your boy is out here. He only has 3K subs, but like, you know, your boy needs some sponsorships. Friend, when will you rob a bank? Robbing banks is bad. We can't do that. Even if it's for new PC hardware, it's still wrong. 512 meg dedicated VRAM. I mean, you all gotta start from somewhere. I remember those days when I had that PC with 1 gig RAM. That PC, like the amount of tabs I got open right now, that shit would have blue screened on my first laptop. You know, we came from humble beginnings, all of us. Eventually, we upgrade. But yeah, the next upgrade is gonna be fire. 2021. So it's gonna be fire. Review RAM UK. RAM Tech. Raid Shadow Legends. I got offered Raid Shadow Legends twice. Well, I should say my twin brother got offered Raid Shadow Legends twice. I guess he said it didn't fit the MO of his channel because of the limited subject matter of said channel, but you know, he was tempted because they were offering good money. He's not gonna lie. Insane Trilogy stream soon. I've been playing Insane Trilogy, but I haven't streamed it. I don't know. I need to finish. What's the other one? Crash of the Titans, Mind Over You. And those games look weird as fuck. They don't even look like Crash games, to be honest. But you know, I guess they are Crash games. But yeah, those will get streamed somewhere this month before Crash 4 comes out. If there's time, then you know, I might do some Insane. Because I think I'm not going to do all the Insane games right now. I think that was supposed to be what I did. But I don't think I'll be doing that. Because I don't think I have enough time. But if I do have time, I will try and do a Crash 3 stream. Not main game, but like unlocking the secret world. Which involves relics and shit. So I guess, you know. I guess it is kind of main game. Because I have to play the main levels. But, you know, it wouldn't be just a regular playthrough. It'd be me trying to get relics. So I can unlock the secret world. Robulous. Wow. Are you ever gonna go back to making scripted videos? I mean, I make scripted videos here. You know, you talk about scripted videos on the old channel. I mean, I don't. There's nothing to talk about. So what am I gonna script? You know. Did I doorbell ring? There's a few topics on that channel that I was going to do before I quit that kind of content, but I never got around to doing them, so I just, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't see myself making any scripted videos there anytime soon, but before I quit that channel, there are a few that I have to get off my chest. Some have been covered by other people, like Heroes Control being good. Someone's already covered that. Shout out JebTube. The Dark Age actually being good. Shout out Speed Supersonic. There's a few topics that I wanted to get off my chest that some people have already done, so it's like I don't need to say that. Like I just needed it to be out there. There's a few others that I might want to talk about, but yeah, if you want scripted content, you can come here. As you can see, well, these are mainly streams, so they're not really scripted. The discussions are not really fully scripted. They're like I kind of like get my points in my head, and then I kind of ramble it, and then I edit it down so it feels scripted. But yeah. This was I guess a scripted video. This was a really good video. Let me shamelessly plug that. Actually, I don't shamelessly plug enough content on here. You can talk about how you robbed the bank. Wow. Actually, what's it called? There's a few REM dreams that I wrote down. I had some weird dreams. I need to record those. But yeah, more content coming soon to the channel. I don't know if I'm going live again this week. Maybe the weekend. Maybe I'll do a belated birthday stream. Play some Prince of Persia. And I did have that future tense video I recorded, so maybe I'll try and get that out this week. We'll see. And that one video that I recorded over a year ago that still hasn't come up yet because it keeps getting shafted for other videos. AC stream. I don't know. Like, if I stream AC, I have to stream one I haven't finished yet because I can't just keep streaming SEO Trilogy as much as I want to. Either would have to be AC3, most likely Origins, because you know I have to finish or I don't want to finish or there's too much grinding. Fucking AC. When Valhalla comes, I have to stream that though. I'll try and finish Valhalla. I'll actually like hold myself accountable and like stream Valhalla to the end or something. Revelations. No, I'm not streaming Revelations anytime soon. I just feel like if I'm gonna stream AC, I need to like finish the ones I haven't finished. Because I mean, I already did like, what's it called? I already did. Where's the stream? I can't even find them. I did like 2 AC2 streams. This is like 9 hours of AC2, and I've already beaten this game several times. Eventually, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and finish these other games. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's on the list of things to stream. There's a lot of things. I would totally just become a streaming channel, but like, I feel like videos help me grow more. Streams are more like to satisfy the viewers that are already subscribed, but like, streams target, you know, people that already care. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's just one of those things where if I was to just stream, I wouldn't grow as much. So I have to like do videos to get like noticed. Although some of these videos perform really poorly. But yeah. Just have to prod along for a while. We'll see where we make it to next year. You know. Maybe 10k subs by the end of next year. Fall Guys. I guess when season 2 drops, I could do that. You know, Fall Guys is alright. It's not something that I want to play 24/7 or anything, but it's cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream. Oh, someone just showed up. What's up? I guess. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. That was the Nvidia reveal. Why doesn't your twin bro make more videos? Well, tell the franchise that your twin bro covers to make more content. He's only just covering what's there. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up for this stream. Oh, I'm not falling asleep. I'm a little bit tired, but not that tired. That's gonna wrap it up for this stream. Maybe one more stream this week. You know, most likely some video content. It's September now, so we should be expecting maybe a direct. I know, right? A direct with wishful thinking. And Sony should probably have something planned. Maybe Xbox as well. Maybe Ubisoft, so they can fucking announce Prince of Persia. There's quite a few things that we need to see. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this stream. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. Rem mukbangs. Maybe one day. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Sleep stream. One of these days I'll fall asleep on stream and it'll be a meme. And I'm a deep sleeper too, so I might be gone for like 4 or 5 hours and then just like wake up and be like, fuck, I'm still alive. And people will just be like taking the piss. Or they'll just leave the stream because I'll be asleep, you know. But yeah. Hashtag RemGang. But yeah, feel free to recommend games you want me to play in like the comment section of the streams and the videos, you know. And let me know if you guys prefer the streams to the videos, because low-key, you guys be fucking with the streams harder than the videos. I don't know, like, it be feeling like that at times. Like, I know when I do polls, people be saying they prefer videos, but then they be fucking with the streams harder. So, like, you know, just let your boy know, innit? But yeah, I like both the streams are my favorite. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm on a stream right now, so it's gonna be biased towards that. But I do feel like people be fucking the streams more. But yeah, it's your boy Remulus, Rem Gang. And I'm out.